Hello, welcome back to Programming with Tim. I'm going to be working on blocks today, Ruby blocks. And this might be a long video, it might be a short video. I don't even know what to expect. I have to essentially come up with a way to do closures, which I've done in previous projects. I did in my Lisp project, my Lisp compiler called malcc. I did closures, and I think I remember how that works. And if I need to look it up, I can go cheat. Um, but I'm not sure all of the nuance with Ruby stuff. So just gonna get started here. I'm working off of the assumption, off a couple of assumptions. I have noticed that you can't store a block in a variable. It doesn't work like that. You can't say puts one or whatever. That's bad syntax. A block lives outside of the Ruby value type, and so I'm gonna do Natalie the same way. You can store a proc in a variable, and so can you do this? No, you can't do that. But you can say def foo, and if you put an ampersand in front of a variable, then what you get, oops, let me do that again. What you get when you call the method with a block is it converts the block into a proc. So the ampersand converts the block into a proc. And a proc is a first class object in Ruby and probably has some metadata on it, but it also holds onto the block. And you can pass a proc into a function. I think, can't remember how that works actually. So if I have a proc, and let's say this. So here's my proc, which is also a lambda. So sometimes a proc is a proc and sometimes it's a lambda. I'm not sure all the nuance, all the difference there. But I can pass a proc into a method with the ampersand. So the ampersand works both ways. It'll convert when you're passing an argument, it'll convert it to a block, and then in the the method signature, it will convert a block to a proc. So it works both ways. Good to know. And then, as you know, a block closes around the variables around it. So if I have x1 here and I call, let's make a method foo, that, how am I going to do that? Oh yeah. So I'll just do foo and it yields to the block. Also, we have the yield keyword, which we'll need. Yields to the block, and my block is going to say just print whatever x is. And I call foo. Oh, no, I already did that. Foo, and it prints whatever x is. And so if I say x equals 2, and I print it, and this doesn't have to be in the same scope. So whatever this block sees when it's created is what it takes along with it. And in this case, it takes this x equals 2. There's probably a better way to demonstrate that. I can't think of what that would be right now. Yeah. So anyway, probably going to be a long video the more I think about it. Sorry if you're not into long videos. Feel free to fast forward to the end. Hopefully at the end we'll have it all done. I'm almost unsure where to even start. Well, I guess we could start with the parser. Parser test. It parses blocks. So we're going to call a method. Actually, let's only should we only parse do end blocks at first? Do end. Yeah, let's do end block first. So we're going to call the method foo with a block, and this block is going to be empty, just to make sure that actually works, right? So if I do end, yeah, you can have an empty block. Okay, fair enough. So this should be a call. No, sorry, a send to the receiver is nil, and the message is foo, and there are no arguments. And this is where we need to add more stuff. We have send all over the place, and we always ended with arguments like this, but we need to insert another thing. And I guess it's going to be kind of like a body of a while loop or something, because I did while loops and it has a body here. So we're going to do it like that, I guess. And this one is an empty body. And yeah, I don't know if this is right or not. RB, RC, Ruby, test, Natalie, Parser test. Okay. Cool. Always after a message, could be after an explicit message or an implicit message. So I wonder if I should just augment these so that they look for the do. Yeah. So right here, let's see, was our test, this was an implicit message. So let's only write the code for the test that is failing. Implicit message, args. Okay, so we're going to say if the scanner can grab a space or tab, it's going to have to grab at least one space or at least one tab, followed by a do, followed by, I don't want it to be like, you know, DOT or DO something else. It has to either be, oh, I think I did this somewhere else. Check. Oh, is it? Yeah, so it's either semicolon or space. So yeah, like that. So if you see a do, then we're going to do something. What are we going to do? Yeah, we're going to do this right here, right? We're just going to collect all the body stuff and then skip the end. Do I need this part too? I think I do. This is going to consume the semicolon, and then this is going to try to, that's fine, because this can do nothing. That's okay. This can be plus. Yeah, so this is going to skip any extra stuff, any like new lines, which I think that's what this is going to do. I don't even think I need this. I'm going to leave that out for now. I'm just going to delete it, and then we're going to scan until end. Okay. That did not work. let's only run this. Okay, blocks. I did find a way to run it, focus a test. That's been super handy. Blocks. Just use a regex. So now it's only running that test. And so now let's just print. Are we even getting into this method? Yes, we are. Perfect. Are we matching? Are we matching here? No, we're not. Oh, it already. Oh, it consumed the do as if it was an argument. That makes sense. Yeah, either need. Let's see. So how does args with parens actually work? I'm tempted to cheat here. Okay, so my thinking is that this args with parens. Well, no, args with parens is easy because it's always going to have a parenthesis. It's the args without parens. That's the one that is going to be interesting. I'm just going to bail out. So say return if scanner check followed by a do followed by this or space or yeah. So if you see a do by itself, just a do keyword, then this is definitely not arguments. So just don't even try. I don't think that's cheating. I think that's actually good. Yeah, I'm gonna call it good. Oh, look at this. Okay, we're really close here. Oh, and we didn't actually keep the body, did we? So great. Okay, good progress here. So let's just make sure that it works with if there is something in the body. This should be integer 1 followed by integer 2. Match my brackets. Okay, perfect. Let's make sure it works with arguments. So if I have, I don't know, x and y here, let's just do one argument first. I don't remember, arguments just bare things? I'm gonna go check that. How did we do that? Send operator method calls with a dot, method calls without a dot. Okay. Oh, right, of course. It has to look up x. Okay, so let's just make it a string. So string x. Good so far. Let's make sure it works if there are 2 arguments. I don't know why that would break, but just being thorough here. Perfect. Yep. And let's make sure it works with parentheses. And let's make sure it works with parentheses, no args. Sure that is gone. So all these should pass. Sweet. Okay, parsing is done on that. Should we go ahead and parse? Yeah, why not? Let's go ahead and parse with the braces. So, I can't type, of course. Okay, so just to see, how does Ruby do it? If I do def foo, it takes whatever, and foo, that works, of course. What if I have an empty block? Oh, no, def. Let's do def bar with no arguments. See, I think that was an empty hash. think that's no. I just realized something that's kind of funny. You can't pass an empty hash with a space. You can't pass an empty hash? Really? What is my arg here? Print arg, and in Ruby, if I pass an empty hash to that, you can't with a space. It always assumes it's a block. That is fascinating. But if it is a hash, no, you just flat cannot pass a hash. Wow, that is unexpected. You can pass it without any braces because that's, just Ruby. Fun times. You can't pass an empty hash or any hash to a function without parentheses, unless you omit the braces. The things you run into when you're trying to parse a language are just fun. Anyway, so that makes my life easier. That means this is always going to parse as a block. It's never going to try to be a hash. Fair enough. I'm going to say this is that, and this is that, and change this to braces, and let's just comment all these. I only want that one failing test right now. Okay, so yeah, I think I'm just going to be repetitive here because it could get super confusing. Don't need the semicolon. I don't even need the space. Just a brace by itself. Can you have it with no spaces? Def foo and foo. Yeah. You don't even have to have spaces. But you can. So any number of spaces followed by a brace. Then I'm going to keep going until I see closing brace, and I don't care about what's after it. And then I'm going to skip that closing brace. Yeah, what happens? What happens then? My tests are passing. Hey, this expected this to be a little harder to parse, mostly because of that hash thing. Okay, this is interesting. So, what did it think here? Thought there was a nil. Thought there was a nil before the number because of this new line. I should just consume any white space. Yeah, just consume it. Now it's passing. Passing, just uncomment all these. And they're all passing. Sweet. And just make sure I don't think I did, but make sure I didn't break anything else. Oh, I did break other stuff. Oh, right. Nil. Actually, I don't know if I like that. Nil meaning no block. Yeah, nil meaning no block. I think I dig it. It just means I've got a bunch of stuff to fix. Because all of these, like this is the arguments, and then it would be nil. And this argument nil, oops, arguments, nil. How many tests do I have failing? I have 10 failures, so I should have 9 now, I think. No, no, I have 11. I have 11 failures. What did I do wrong? Send. That should all be nil. Okay, what? This is line 27. Of course, they are all out of order. Thank you very much. Okay. I haven't lost my mind, right? 11 failures, and if I put this back, am I back to 10 failures? Back to 10 failures. Okay, well, let's just do the ones that it's actually talking about. 260. Okay, so I assume that this send has no arguments and it has no block. So now I should have 9 failures. Perfect. Okay, so 216. This has no block. This has no block. I don't think there's another send in there. So I have 8 failures. Perfect. 236. No block. 7 failures. Yep. 65. Send and a send and a send. Oh my. Send within send within send. Where's that at? Nil. Okay. This didn't change my number. Let's just go down the list here. Send nil. Send nil. Followed by another nil. This is a nil. It's a nil, and this is a nil. 6 failures? No, 7 failures. Okay, 65. 65. Did I miss one? Nil, nil, nil. I missed. No, I didn't miss one. I don't think I did. What did it expect? Expected the one with X to have a nil. Well, it does. Oh. Oh, but it. Oh, I'm not consistent. Yep. So this one. No space implicit message. I didn't actually. Yeah, that's gonna bite me. This is gonna match something else. I'm not gonna worry about it right now. I also just realized I didn't actually test the explicit message one. Yeah, I shouldn't fix that if I'm not going to test it. Okay, 229. I'm gonna have to put that. I'm gonna have to put that all this back, right? Not all of it, but just this one. Let's just only fix what it's telling you to. 65. 65. The last one is supposed to be nil. Actually, I'm just going to pause the video because this is painful. Okay, I'm back. I changed my mind. I didn't like changing all these tests, so I put it all back. And I'm just going to remove the extra nil. And, okay, that didn't work because nil is actually in there. Yeah, we'll do this. It just felt really dumb to just be putting nils on the end of everything. So I'm going to do it this way. Body, oops, body if body. Okay, but we also learned something. We weren't testing this one, and we weren't testing the explicit message one, which means our test is not complete. I'm really not sure if I should just do everything again, like this whole thing again, but with a dot, because now we need just to put something in front of it like this. Yeah, so now this nil is ascend, nil, a, no args, I think, yeah. Might be the biggest test in all of our parser tests. Not that one. Okay, that is definitely going to fail. It did not know how to handle that. And rather than do this all again, I think what I want to do is block equals block node is block, and then parse the blocks separately. Yeah. And then we need to return the body. Oh, this is else if, right? Yeah, so I think I want to do that. Whoa, did not like that. Is the, oh, it's just block. Yeah, so now we're just back to that one failing test. And I think I want to do the same thing on, let's move this down. I'm going to do the same thing here. Block node is block, and then we add it if it's there. Oh, I just did it on something I don't have any tests for, because I am smart. Implicit message. Definitely not any operators. I can't think of any way you could pass a block to an operator call or to a subscript thingy. Actually, maybe you can. Not going to worry about it now. So I want to paste that here. We parse the block. And this is going to be receiver and message. Args compact. Yeah. So does that make a test pass? Yes, it does. Okay, now how do we test no space implicit message? Where is this actually used? It's used by this, which is used by this. Okay. I think I know how to test this. Oh, wait, hold on. We gotta do this one too. We're gonna do this one. A dot. Oops. Dot, and this is gonna be send nil a. Actually, yep. Cool. And that's where it stops. This might just work for free. No. Oh, what line? 323. Got all the way to here. Oh, I think I know. I think I know what that is. Yeah, that's perfect. That means we're actually testing this one, I believe. Come on, where are you at? There it is. So it's going to be nil. Ooh, why? Sorry. Nil ID args. I don't remember why we're compacting that, but I'm leaving it. No, 323 is still failing. It is that one, I believe, though. No, 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 no. We don't want this here because, okay, I can even explain why I know that. No, the no space thing is important. You can't have a block without a space. Well, you can, but I think that kind of just defeats the purpose. I don't know, trust me. I don't think we actually wanted to parse blocks on this one because this is a message receiver, and I don't think you can ever call, so in Ruby, I don't think you can ever do Ruby foo dot bar. I don't think that actually works, does it? Man, I don't even know if I want to know if that works. Oh, that does work. You know what? I don't, my brain's not ready to handle that right now. Let's just focus on our failing test and trying to make it pass. So we know that it's getting oh, I think I just wait, what? 323. 323. I'm on 323. Oh, I just missed. I'm a brilliant man. I just missed it when I was writing the test on my copy pasting. Oh, okay, so it does work. Okay, I want to call this good on blocks, on parsing blocks for now. I don't know why I just saved it again. I'm going to add this to my index so I don't lose anything. Okay, cool. Well, 33 minutes. Actually, didn't even count the time I turned off the video for a second. Wonder if I should just make 2 videos out of this. That was parsing blocks. No, parsing is not fun. Parsing isn't fun. We need to see some meat. We need to see some meat. I said this would be a long video. You're just gonna have to deal with it. Method. So let's say that we call a method. No, I'm gonna say block test. Def block test. And we don't have a yield keyword yet, so not going to worry about that. Block test print 1. Let's just focus on making this not fail method. Let's just focus on making that not fail. And we have a parser bug. Why do I have a parser bug? Well, that means our parser isn't actually done. It worked here. Oh, I didn't do a one-liner. What if I'm printing some number, right? Did I copy? I copied both lines, right? Okay. So this, actually I don't even need the print. This should fail. Teacher 1. Yeah, it does. Okay, so we just need to fix that. We don't have to expect this always. Is that janky? Yeah, because if you see this, then you don't need a semicolon or a new line. You're just done. Break out. And then this will pass. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Or should I just do break if, I don't know, it just seems cleaner for some reason. If we break out there. Yeah. So let's add that, and then let's go back to this. Shouldn't fail on a parsing bug. Cool. It's not bombing at all, right? Let's make sure. Oh, it is bombing. Oh no, that's working. Okay, cool. What did it actually compile that to? I think I'm gonna have to just look at the C source code. And we're gonna need much less code than that. So let's just, let's comment all that out. Why is that colored funny? Come on, Vim. Okay, it just looks weird to me. So here's my function compiled. Returns nil. Here's it sending stuff. So I need the block to be compiled into a C function. Now that function is going to have extra stuff passed into it, I think. Well, maybe not. Maybe I'll just use the environment. Okay, so but it's got to be a C function. Yeah, and then it needs to get passed in as an extra argument to the send. Okay, so let's just work on it, getting it compiled into a C function. Let's look at a compiler. And on send, if there's a block, this is not nil, it's going to be a lot like, not like if, I have, it's going to be like my while. It's going to be my while. all the way down to here. No, not def. Where's send? Okay. This is getting big. I don't know. Should probably break this up. Result. What's that call? Yeah. Well, we're using comments for now. And this is going to be just the BlockFunk. It'll be a BlockFunk. And the function blocks have arguments. We don't actually have keyword arguments yet, but I was went ahead and wrote it into all the signatures. So my block is going to be a C function that looks like this. It's going to accept an argument count and an array of arguments and eventually keyword arguments. And we're going to compile the function body and write it into the top. And let's see what broke. Notify method any on no class 281. 281. Oh, body any. Did I not pass? Oh, it's not body, it's block. And then we only need this if block exists. We don't actually want it if it's not there. Cool. Well, that worked. So it compiled the block into a function, and inside of this function, we just create a number, and then we call print p on the number with the number. I don't know why there's a blank line here. Need to fix that. Sometimes I get blank lines. Probably a nil somewhere I need to compact. So there's my block function. Now the cool thing about the block, and this is the part that I'm nervous about doing right, is the closure. So you know what, though? I can make my example pass without the closure part. Yep, let's do one thing at a time. One thing at a time, small bite-sized pieces. Can the block just be a function pointer? No, because it's going to have an environment. It's going to have, later on, it's going to have stuff, and I want to do it right. So we're going to say struct nat block is a function pointer, and the signature looks like, interesting, they have, it's going to have those things, I'm pretty sure. It's going to have that later. So here's what the function looks like. Yeah, I'm just going to put that on there. This is going to be the closure. It's going to be the environment. It's a copy of the environment. It's going to be stuck on there. Let's need a semicolon. We like to do this, nat block. And a block can be passed into a function call. Can a block be passed to a block? Yes. Yeah, a block can be passed to a block. I think. I'm not even going to test it. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I need to test it. So I How do I test this? So this is function 1, and it yields, no, let's do this. Yield do P1 and oh no, you can't pass a block to yield. Def F1 yield P1 and interesting. You can't pass a block through to yield. Fun. I'm still going to add it here. So everywhere I have this signature, which is common all over the place, I need to add a nat block. I need to do it everywhere. Everywhere. Struct hash map star keyword args. I think that's the only place I ever used that exact thing. So I'm going to substitute that for itself, comma, nat block. And I'm going to substitute that everywhere. Did that did it all here. Natalie C. I'm going to do it here. Yep. This. Yeah, now I got to go fix all my errors. I think there's a key under them to jump to the next error. Help. Error messages, recent messages. I can't remember what it is. I'm just gonna look for the red X. I wish I would have thought of this ahead of time, but sometimes you just can't foresee everything you'll need. And it's like premature optimization. I don't know, it's like premature code, Yagni. Oh, Yagni, that's what it is. You ain't gonna need it, except this time I actually did need it. Compiler, it's gonna be the compiler too. Yes, there's that. And then I'm not gonna be able to see errors here until I actually compile something. So let's see what errors we get. Always start at the top and go down. I've learned that. Too few arguments, and that's in, I think that's saying line 82 of main. No, oh, it's not going to be that. Nat new. Nat new is not here. Oh, yeah, it is main C, 82. Nat new. Null. 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 Okay, how many errors does that fix? Oh, that fixed quite a few. 174, is that this? No, that's not this. That's in the compiler, I think. Just to make sure I'm still, oh, I can't see that. 174. It wouldn't be 174 this one. Okay, what method was it? Oh, it's just a pointer. Nat object star and then parentheses. Where do we actually have that? Oh, what does that mean? Pet up pointer type passing. Oh. Yeah. Nat define method. Nat define method. Oh. Nat define method. Natalie H. Does that mean I missed one here? Nat object star block. Aha, here it is. Yes. Struct hash. Oh, because it didn't have the name keyword args. Okay. Yeah. Struct hash map star. Just those two. Okay. Nat block. Nat define method. Natalie C. Okay, it's just those two. Let's run it in debug again. Oh, lots of new errors. Okay. All my library stuff. Okay, so NATRay has stuff. Just need to. I'm going to do this with sed. I think I can do it with sed. Set everything to the index. Let's do sed in place. Substitute this. That's a backslash. Always get mixed up on single quotes or double quotes. I want to try single. I'm going to do that again, followed by nat block on all C files. Did it change anything? Yes. Oh, look at that. Set is so beautiful. And then let's do it on all H files. Whew, changed almost every file in our whole project. Oh no, wait. Why did it do it twice? Oh. I'm so smart. So smart. Did I add that? Oh, okay. No. Sed can fix this. Sed can fix this. So, what was the error again? So, I have this twice. I just need to replace it with once. So, let's do sed. Paste. My watch is telling me it's time to stand. Probably true. I have to escape the star. And now we're just going to do that all there. Yeah, so put those back to normal. Class inspect. Curious why that one didn't get fixed. Oh, because that's a call. That's a call. Yeah. Okay, so let's start at the top here. Nat object line 6. Nat object line 6. This needs to be null. Or actually it just needs to be block, I guess. Yeah. Okay, nat kernel line 36. Kernel 36. Null. And here's another one. Oh, I can just use the red X's. Now string append, null. Okay. Oh, it's getting smaller. That's good. Nat module line 14. Block. Module inspect, kernel inspect. Yep, I'm gonna pass the block in case there is one. Nat class line 15. This is gonna be null. Any other errors in here? Yep. Null. Oh, beautiful. Okay, so now we have the block. We're not quite passing the block in yet, but that's fixable in our compiler. All this. Send if there's a block. If there's a block. Then when we call it, can you pass a block to super? I'm sure you can. Yeah. Appears you can pass a block to super, so and that's what this stuff is. BlockFunk. Instead of calling this func name, let's call it BlockFunk name. And by default, the BlockFunk name is null because there is none. And then we're just going to pass it in. There's no keyword arguments, but there might be a BlockFunk name. Really? Not going to complete that for me? Func name, there we go. No. Cooperate. BlockFunk name. So that's going to go here. It's going to go... It's interesting, we don't have keyword arguments here. Okay, well, I'm not gonna fix it now. We didn't even have, yeah, don't even have keyword arguments. BlockFunk name. So now I need to go fix nat send and all those things. Now lookup for send has an extra argument. Yep. Natalie C. Nat send has extra arguments. Oh yeah, I even have a fix me there. Nat block. What does it do with the block? If it finds the method, should pass the block there, right? Should pass the block there. Interesting. I don't know why this was working before. Seems like I should have gotten a warning because I wasn't passing the keyword args either. Singleton method. It just calls the method, yeah. And then this one needs to pass the block. Call method on class definitely has the block, but are we actually using it? Nope, there's that. Pass the block. Pass the block here. Pass the block here. Okay, this signature has it, right? Okay. Method. Too many arguments to function call. That's, oh. Aha. Struct hash map star followed by nat block. That's why it wasn't complaining, because our type signature was wrong. Pretty cool. Type signature is also wrong up here. Oh, thank you, tab 9. That's so handy. What are you complaining about? Conflicting types for NetSend. Yeah. Natalie H. Where's NatSend? Pretty sure it's going to be yelling about me at me here too. Let's just copy this. And then, oh, you didn't like that? To match this. What are you sad about? Oh, because I used the word class. Yeah, Kling doesn't like that. I'm in C, I'm not in C++, but it does not like this word class. So I just have to kind of ignore that. Not lookup or send. Not lookup or send doesn't take a block. It needs to, because NatSend does. Yeah, so this definitely needs to take a block. This is not the funnest part of this work, but it has to be done. Okay, so now what are you going to complain about? Natalie H. You're going to complain right here. And let's see what errors we get. NatSend all over the place. NATRay C. I'll start at the top. Incompatible pointer type. Oh, right. No, I have to build. Okay. I know how to fix that. I'll come back to that. NatKernel C. NatKernel C. What line? Line 11. NatSend null. Right. 0 args. Too many arguments. Oh, wait. Yeah, because I don't have the keyword arguments. That's fine. That's going to be confusing. I should have just added them. So that's going to be too confusing. Okay. Let's see if we get new errors. Different errors. Fewer errors, hopefully. Nat string 17. NatSend. NatSend. Fewer errors. That's good. Nat comparable line 8. I think I could have done this with sed, but sometimes it's nicer just to do careful surgery. Nat array line 9. Nope, 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 nope. NatSend. Where's my other NatSend? Here it is. Getting closer. Oh, good. Okay, so I think the only one left is that I'm passing a raw C function pointer where I should be passing a nat block. It's because in my compiler, it didn't actually build a nat block. Let's call this block name is null. And we're going to use block name here. And block name is give me a new variable name and just call it block. And nat block name, it needs to be malloc. Oh, it needs to be malloc. I don't want to do malloc here. Let's do nat block, and we pass in the current environment and the function pointer, which is going to be BlockFunk name dot no, not inspect. So now I need that nat block thing. Natalie C. Do I have anything? Yeah, send. Let's do it close to send because it's kind of related. Nat lookup for send. Okay, so we're going to do nat block takes an environment, takes a function pointer, basically one of these, we'll call this fn, and it mallocs it. So it's going to say nat block equals malloc size of nat block. And the environment is current environment. Did I uncomment that? Yeah, I did. And then the function is the function. And return the block. And copy this to Natalie H. Put it underneath the send stuff. Put it right here. Woo! Hold on to your butts. Undeclared identifier env. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. Oh, because I put it at the top. I put it way up here. Bleh. That makes sense. So it doesn't go there. It actually goes in the declaration, which puts it here. What is happening? What is happening? That's fun. I'm in a loop or something? Whoa. That was weird. My computer was just off doing something else. Don't even know. Don't even know what it was doing. Yeah, because that shouldn't have been in a loop. Seg fault. I would believe a seg fault, but not a loop. Cool. Now I need a way to run the block. So I think, so we create the block function. We create a block data structure, which points to the block function, and it encloses over the environment. So that's going to be our closure. And then we can pass that into a method call. Okay, we're at 1 hour, making good progress. Let's just yield, and that should print 1, right? Yeah, it prints 1. Okay. Undefined method yield. Okay. Is yield a keyword or is it a method call? Method yield. Doesn't seem to be a method. I've never seen a method called yield, so I'm going to say it's a keyword, which means I think we need parses yield. Don't I have a nil? No. No, nil is a send. Nil's a send, that's right. Yeah, so Let's do AST equals build AST yield. Expect AST must equal. I really just want it to be a symbol. Do I just want it to be a symbol? Yeah. And then if it has arguments, then it's a symbol with arguments. No. And then if it has parentheses, that's fine too. Okay. You know, I could still parse it into a send. Yeah, changed my mind. I don't even actually want to parse it differently. I'm just gonna handle it in the compiler. It's still a send. I mean, it looks just like a send. I don't need to parse it separately. And that just means this gets a little bit crazier. Getting messages. It's just like super, right? It's just like super. If the receiver is nil and the name is yield, then what you call is the block. Oh! Call method on class? No. I'm going to call block function. I'm going to pass in all these fun things. No, not going to pass in that. Not going to pass in that. Pass in self, argument count, argument's name, null, no block. You can't have a block passed to a block. We learned that earlier. We don't have any keyword arguments yet. Man, that seems too simple, doesn't it? That definitely seems too simple. Wait, are you yelling about something? What are you yelling about? Compiler 225? I broke something. Oh, Elsif. Yeah, I didn't like that. Okay, parser test should pass. Okay, so back to this. Oh, it works. We just yielded to our block. Awesome. Okay. Now I think we're passing the wrong environment, maybe. Yeah, I don't think, because it's not the enclosing environment, but I want to show that with a test. So method nat. So this is fine. So the first one should be 1. This one should be 2. This should print 2. Well, just to make sure, yeah, well, let's just make sure. Just call it B. Because I'm great at naming things. That's going to fail. No, that worked. Why did that work? Oh, because the way I look up variables. I knew this was going to bite me. See, this method should not even see this variable, but it does. I can prove it. I can prove it. No. Segmentation fault. Okay, well, not sure why that seg faulted, but this one, that one's seg faulting. Interesting. Oh, so it's this environment that can see. Okay, but how can I test, like in Ruby, how would I test that this is a closure? I don't think env get should ever go up the chain. Thank you for those lovely comments. How many other things is that going to break? How many other things is that going to break? Segmentation fault. You. Okay. Give me that seg fault. Oh yeah, I don't have LLDB. I'm not very good at LLDB. I'm much better at GDB. Run. Cool. Gotta love that. Didn't like the hash map probe length. Okay, so what's the backtrace? Backtrace is here. Nat new, Natalie, line 133. Natalie C 133. Class methods initialize. Oh, and LLDB doesn't like the word class either. Yeah, it's, can I like do backticks or something? I don't know. Yeah, it's not gonna like that. Okay, well, I just need to rename it, I guess. Maybe I can just puzzle it out. So it's like class methods is not initialized or something. Okay, time for a stretch break. BRB. Okay, I'm back. So I was looking at this, and I just noticed that nat new passed in class of null. All zeros here. That's null. And the reason that happened is nat string. So if we go look at nat string line 147, nat string 147. No, that is here. Yeah, nat string. We do env get string. So I forgot. So for regular variables, it shouldn't go up the environment because if I have x equals 1, def get x, x, end, and I run get x, it can't see x. And that's just a Ruby thing. I don't, it just can't see variables. You know, it can see instance variables, but it can't see variables defined outside of a method. So our env get, where is it? It should only do that if it's a constant. So if it starts with a capital letter, then it can look up the environment chain. So basically in C, you need to check if string length of key is greater than 0. So I don't want to check I don't want to break something. And then key in the first letter, that should give me a character. I forget, how do you do? C, check if character is uppercase. And I could check like if it's between a certain number, but I think there's a function for it. Is upper, maybe? Is it called is upper? Oh no, I'm thinking of to upper. There might be an is upper. Oh yeah, is upper. I keep getting text messages. Let's turn do not disturb on here. Oh, that's like manual. I really saw. Yeah, is lower, is upper. C type is used. Yeah, so I need this. And I need to do is upper. And then does it just return like a truthy? Yeah, okay, cool. Probably returns a 1. So if it's an upper, then we can go up until we find it. Otherwise, we don't do that. So let's just see what happens. Ash map. Somewhere I broke something. What line is that on? Ash map get methods 134. Yeah, I deleted a character somehow. Undefined method B for object. Oh, that's good. That's good. That means it's doing what it's supposed to do. So in order to fix that, my compiler, it's not, when you're running a block, you don't pass in the environment that you have currently, you pass in the blocks environment, which is what makes it a closure. It's the environment that it's the environment it saw when it was created. I think. I hope that's right. Oh. It works. It really works. Oh, an hour and 23 minutes. Okay. Now I don't have syntax for accepting arguments on a block because I need the little goalpost thing. But maybe I'll do that later. Yeah, I want to do it later. I want to call this good. Now I'm kind of nervous though that I broke something with that env get thing. We'll see. That's a good sign. Oh, look at all the files changed. Test. Okay, well, we'll see what breaks. Okay, class body, okay. That should be in the compiler. Class body, nat subclass, oh, right here, do nat block. Oh, no, I already did nat block. Too few arguments. Module body has the same problem. Okay. Not sure what the problem is there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Undefined method with a nil for object. Oh, nil is special. Nil, true, and false are special. So if it's uppercase or a lot of ors here, right? Nil, true, and false. Those always work. Is there any other? Nil, true, and false. I don't think that's it. Let's just look. Yeah, keyword args, that's fine. Let's just look this over. There's a lot I didn't do. I didn't do arguments to blocks. I didn't do where you can call a method on like you call a method with a block and then call a dot something on that. But what I got done, I think this is pretty good. I'm happy with this. This is a big old diff. And my video is an hour and a half long. A lot of it was just changing function signatures. That's why the diff was so huge. Yeah. Well, I mean, what can you do? It's got to be done. And then the parsing tests were, I may have gone overboard, but I wanted to check everything. Add blocks. Holy moly. Well, thanks for watching. If you stuck through this whole thing, God bless you. If you fast forwarded to the end, still, God bless you. It actually worked. I'm pretty proud of that. The closure stuff, because of my experience doing Lisp, I think went pretty smooth. It didn't hurt my brain as much as last time. And yeah, it works. I'm still just in shock that actually works. So maybe next time I'll work on procs and lambdas, which would encapsulate a block, wrap it up into an actual Ruby type or a Natalie type, Natalie object, and be able to pass it around. But yeah, this is good progress. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.